Ambler in Bloom is the annual garden party fundraiser for the Ambler Arboretum. The goal of the event is to raise funds to support the mission of the Ambler Arboretum, to raise funds to help us continue to grow. The theme of this year's Ambler in Bloom is celebrating volunteers. We actually have two themes. We have a horticultural theme and we have our volunteer theme. And so we aim to celebrate all of the time and talent, expertise, knowledge, and muscle power that our volunteers have put into the Arboretum over the years. And then we also have a botanical theme, and that's our hackberry, which you can see we just planted this one this year in the gardens. And so we're celebrating the hackberry as well because it's sort of it's a plant that isn't so showy, but offers a lot of power in the garden. And it's similar to like our volunteers where they're behind the scenes but they do so much. The hackberry is the same. It's very important for wildlife and we are a habitat and our volunteers help to create and maintain that. So it all ties together. The volunteers have been essential to the Ambler Arboretum. We would not have the gardens we have and they wouldn't look the way they do if it weren't for our volunteers. We have a small but powerful staff here that accomplish a lot, but with 187 acres of gardens to maintain, we need all the help we can get. And that help comes from student gardeners that we hire and then also our volunteers. And over the years, we have developed a robust group of volunteers that help us with everything from putting on an event such as Ambler in Bloom to staffing tables at events outside of the campus at environmental organizations and things like that. And then they also, most of the hours are spent in the gardens helping us with the general garden tasks from day to day, whether that's creating new garden spaces and planting them or maintaining garden spaces, pulling weeds, raking, mulching, in all weather, they're out here helping us. In the past year, we continue to recover from the tornado that hit us in 2021, and that really is our primary focus. Whether that is reestablishing gardens that were damaged in the storm, replanting or reimagining gardens in new spaces, or just replenishing the trees that were here before the storm. So we've continued to plant, in this year alone, hundreds of trees out into the Arboretum, each of which requires constant care until it's established. And then we've also added some new garden spaces around the Arboretum. Some of the new garden spaces that we've added include the Peace Garden, which was built in conjunction with the Women's National Farm and Garden Association, which was founded here back in 1914, which is a way to celebrate our history and our collaboration and our partnership with that organization. We also have started our new food forest, which is a way for us to teach about sustainable food systems and a different way of thinking about what you eat and where you can grow what you eat. We're really excited. Just like the volunteers work hands-on in the gardens, experiencing all the senses while they're here, we wanted our guests at Ambler in Bloom to have the similar opportunities to be engaged with their senses while they were here in the gardens. And not just in the traditional ways you might think of in the gardens by smelling flowers or looking at the beautiful garden designs, but we have, you can taste different types of honey here. You will be able to watch a bonsai master at work. We will have a falconer here who will talk about the raptors and the wildlife that lives here. You will be able to engage in some biophilic mental health activities where we talk about the benefits of being in the gardens and around plants and in nature. And we will have live jazz music that you'll be able to listen to as you go around. And a new word to me, oyster-tainer. And we will have an oyster-tainer that will be roaming around and delighting your palate as you experience these things. And one final opportunity is every guest will be able to become a volunteer in the Arboretum by helping to plant a bulb display while they're here. A very popular feature of Ambler in Bloom are our silent and live auctions. They feature a wider range of items from businesses from around the region, from anything from lift tickets to a ski resort, to bottles of wine, to homemade jewelry by some of the talented artisans in our area. And one of the most popular parts of our auction are the unique plants we get donated. And so we will have, again, a wide variety of plants at this auction. So we want people to come in and bid on them and take some really cool stuff home with them. Generally, the funds used in the Arboretum help support the ongoing maintenance and upkeep of the various gardens and help us with installing new garden spaces and reimagining new spaces. As an outdoor classroom and an educational support facility, we want to make sure that this garden continues to be relevant and safe and useful by our faculty, staff, and students. And so the funds that we raise help us continue to do that. The Ambler Arboretum is Temple University's outdoor classroom, living laboratory, and public botanical garden. And as such, it provides a unique space that isn't replicated anywhere else throughout the university for people to learn, whether that's learning about plants or landscape architecture or painting or engineering or architecture. There's opportunities for students to learn throughout the gardens in different ways and hands-on experiential learning. I hope the people who attend Ambler and Bloom have a really good time. This is a place of connections and memories and experiences. Hundreds and thousands of students have taught and learned and had experiences on this campus, and I hope that continues with this event. The funds raised here will help to continue that tradition of developing a connection, a deep connection to this space, and forming bonds, encouraging networking that will continue far beyond this event, and that people will be talking about it for a long time. We have so many unique experiences. This is going to be much different than any Ambler and Bloom we've had in the past, and so I'm hoping that around future dinner tables or drinks at the bar somewhere, people will be talking about this event. And most importantly, I hope that it will inspire people to come back and visit, get involved, and continue to enjoy what we're doing here.